New at 6, early birds. You may have already gotten your birds for this week's holiday feast, but if you haven't bought your turkeys just yet, you'll be glad to find them generally cheaper this year than last. NBC 15's Michelle Beck joins us now with what else shoppers can expect. Michelle, some more good news for us in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's right. The American Farm Bureau Federation compared the regions of the U.S. and found the Midwest will see the cheapest Thanksgiving dinner. $58.66 will be the average cost of a classic Thanksgiving meal for a group of 10.
The Monday before Thanksgiving.
So $82.34, please.
Shoppers in Verona are checking out with their holiday tables a centerpiece.
Absolutely. It's the turkey.
Something to be thankful for. Turkeys are cheaper this year than last, and for wholesale, prices are even down 25%.
That's primarily because the big avian flu outbreak from last year is subsided.
That's according to UW-Madison assistant professor Andrew Stevens, though food prices, he says, are up overall.
Thankfully, they're not going up as quickly as they were last year when inflation was really running amok.
On average, Stevens expects about a 5% increase in prices this year and the higher costs of basic ingredients to add up.
Oh, absolutely. I was surprised at how many sticks of butter I need for my Thanksgiving meal. So when you think about all those different components, not just for this meal, but our baseline diets, it hits the pocketbook for sure.
But some shoppers
It is a lot cheaper in past years, but it hasn't been horrible.
are good with the once-a-year treat
Everyone helps bring things.
that leaves wallets a little lighter
I kind of just go for it.
and pants a little tighter.
Well, we were at the Miller & Sons in Verona. Pretty busy there today, but an employee expects it to be the busiest on Wednesday in the final hours before Thanksgiving. Live in the studio, Michelle Beck, NBC 15 News.